And welcome back to Press X for Chromosomes, where it is time to embark on our journey across the entire fucking continent.
Long journey.
Yeah, everybody else will die but Jetto.
Yeah, pretty much.
Through just, like, time.
Let's see.
I feel like if you went onto that Y right there down, like this area, yeah, that line, that takes you all the way down to that section, yeah, and then you can go up from there.
Yeah.
I think that's the shortest,
Well,
least amount of stops. Because it cuts out that middle portion.
Well, once I get to the other side of the plains, this just opens up here. So
it doesn't open up to...
Yeah, if I'm at the start of the plains, I can go here.
Okay. Yeah.
I would just have to go through Brass Castle, because if I exit out here, yeah, I can just skip Brass Castle.
Yeah, that's what I was basically saying. I was like, it just skips that little fucking extra time. Unless you need shit at Brass Castle.
If anything, I might dip in there just to heal, depending on how it goes.
Yeah, that's fair.
Because if we have to fight more garden gnomes.
Or harvest moon sprites.
Yeah.
Wrong game, fuckers. Actually, when did Harvest Moon 64 come out?
No idea. Were there harvest sprites in 64?
Fuck if I remember. I only played I clicked on one of my searches was serotonin or whatever, so I immediately clicked on that accident because I couldn't, because when I can't spell things or like sound them out correctly, I fucking search them on the internet. And when fucking like Google was like, no, that's not right. I'm like, shit, do I know what the meaning of the word actually is then? Like I really like double check myself. Harvest Moon 64.
I got a skunk.
1999. So this one did come after. Because this one was like 2002 or something.
Right, yeah,
2003.
Yeah. Which makes sense that the...
It's weird, though. Whenever I think of 2000s, I think of like, oh, like yesterday.
Yeah.
I'm like, the shit was like 20 years ago.
Yeah. Don't remind me.
Those kids be fucking 17. Or 18, 19, who knows?
18. If we're talking 2000s, they have to at least be 18.
Well, yeah. Well,
they're turning 19 this year.
Yeah. If this game came out in 2003, then they're not quite 19. So that's why it's just like, that's why I was kind of ranging it. Yeah. Because if they're, smack dab on 2000, you guys are 19 years old.
God.
This game is so fucking loud all the time.
It's loud. Yeah, no, but that's kind of how I felt when I realized that Chernobyl was 86.
That's when my brother was born.
Yeah. I was like...
I actually didn't know the time frame of it. I just knew it was before my time.
Yeah, no, because like when my coworker mentioned that, he was alive when it happened. Because, I mean, he's older.
During his, like, when you said teenage years,
yeah,
I was like, damn, that guy's a little old then.
He's definitely older, but he's not like grandpa.
Well, yeah, he's like, like, I'm gonna be old soon, but like,
yeah,
I'm also not fucking. He's in his like
40s?
Late 40s, if not early 50s.
Yeah. So like, when he mentioned that, I was like, what the fuck? I actually like put down my game to literally Google when Chernobyl happened.
I like how I was talking about how like the Russian government like covered it up versus like fucking Japan being like, yep, okay, and here's fucking compensation for all the damages, and we fucked up. Well, the Earth fucked up our fucking silos, but like, and I was like, good old classic Russia.
Yeah,
because my brain briefly went, they covered it up. I went, yeah, of course they did. It's Russia. Just like fucking Death Pass or whatever. It's fucking probably some military bullshit that they just covered up and left. All like, I'm gonna ask about it when I die, and fucking
one question God gives you.
And then God will be like, yo, it's just the military. It's like, damn it, I knew that, but also I just wanted to be something like an alien or like a Yeti. I don't know.
Apparently, one of my coworkers actually bought a ticket to go to the fucking Area 51 thing. He legitimately has a ticket. He's 100% going.
That's, well, the fucking, can't wait for him to we're never gonna hear from him again.
I know.
They're allowed to shoot on sight.
I was like, I'll read about you in the obituaries.
Yeah.
Because like he's like joking about how he's gonna like come back with a saucer and that kind of stuff.
Hey,
and like
you should tell him that he can use that same fucking concept and actually, maybe help make our government good again. They can't stop all of us,
I almost brought that up, but
but you do something useful, not Mimi.
The Ukrainian guy's the one that wears the MAGA hat. So I was not going to get into that kind of discussion with him.
That's real scuzzy, dude.
Uh-huh.
I'm like, oh man, dude, that's real scuzzy.
Yep. So
meanwhile, the Ukrainians that live next to us are like, fuck that guy, dude.
Yeah. I mean, it's just like the whole thing of like you can't like just because one person doesn't mean the whole like race speaks that way.
Yeah, it's just fucking he's perfectly falling in the collusion kind of pool right now.
Yeah. Like I made a mention to one of the other guys. I was like, how the fuck do you stand him? And he's like, he's literally just doing it to get a rise out of people.
That's literally,
and I'm like,
anybody
it's
that
not
does
okay though.
Well, yeah, no, but that's the thing about any of those types of people. It's literally just so they get a rise. They don't actually care. They don't actually care to listen to you. They don't care to. They're not gonna be persuaded.
Right.
They are just looking for a reaction. It's the littlest form of like siblingness.
Right.
In the world where it's like Max and I would just do shit to get it like a rise out of each other. We didn't actually care, but fucking like it was, not also like racism and
right. Like I don't
bigotry and homophobicness. It was just kids being kids, whereas like this is fucking a different story.
I don't care if he's a jokester that he literally just like will razz you over anything. I don't care about that because I can deal with that.
No, no, he's not. That's the thing. He's still a fucking like he's just one of those fucking Republican people that fucking
think it's funny.
Yeah, and it's really not, but they don't care.
And like that's the whole thing. It's just like that's why I didn't bring it up because I was like, well,
it's a trap.
Storm the concentration camps that we have down at the fucking border.
Yeah, exactly.
But like I was like, don't bring it up because I don't want to get into that weird fucking conversation with him right there.
Well, and he'll say like stupid stuff that will like fluster you too.
If he hadn't,
and it's all designed just to fucking shut you up, basically. But it's not like any factual arguments or anything.
Right. If he hadn't been there, I actually would have started pursuing the why don't we actually reform our government? Yeah. Like,
he just called. My favorite thing is he had a press conference recently. Well, not press conference, but like a fucking rally recently, and they were all chanting "fucking send her back, send her back." And then he like had a press conference later, and he was like, I didn't like that they were doing that. I spoke immediately after, and then fucking I was watching Philip DeFranco, and he like rewinds the tape, and he waits 10 seconds before saying anything. He waits basically until they quiet down a little bit before he starts talking. It's like, that doesn't feel very immediate, Trump.
Yeah. No, that's just him like trying to gaslight people.
Yeah, well, yeah, it's just him fucking. It's like he's obviously aware that kind of looks a little bad, but fucking he had this he did the like weird mouth smugness he does where he like opens it a little bit and
he just fucking creeps me the fuck out.
He doesn't creep me out, he just is irritating of a presence.
Oh yeah, no.
I want him just out of my
like looking at him
vision.
He's a punchable face.
Yeah. Joffrey's cooler than he is.
Right? That's because Joffrey's actually kind of a nice kid, apparently.
It's because Joffrey's fictional.
That too.
He's not real. He's the cautionary tale that we tell our kids not to turn into this guy. But Trump went, no, I'm going to be him. Yeah.
I like how it only
Oh, yeah, that's a thing in the Borderlands DLC, the fucking Dragon Keep. You beat up a kid called Jeffrey. Or whatever, and he's the king. And he sits on an iron throne. And it's made of guns and shit. But you have to just beat him up. You have to just slap him. You have to punch him.
Game of Thrones wasn't out yet when Borderlands was coming out, so the person must have read the book.
Yeah, well, it is in the D&D campaign, so
fair.
Fucking nerd. No, because all the chests you open, you have to roll a dice, basically.
I'm gonna get all ones.
There's a trophy for getting an @20.
I'll never get it.
Well, there is an area that ends up having a lot of treasure chests, so we just kind of, but you have to spend iridium on it. Remember iridium?
Oh,
Yeah. And that's kind of where it's, well, you don't have to. It's possible probably to get a nat 20, but it's easier when you use 2 dice.
Yep.
So that's how that goes.
Oh, that's the forest. Okay. Swing it to Duck Village. Take a nap. Take a snoozle. I don't care at this point if there's people that we can recruit. Fucking once we get into chapter 4, we can recruit everybody.
Are we gonna be playing Thomas's next?
Yes.
I'm wondering how long is it gonna be, since he only has 2 technically.
It doesn't sound like it's going to be long.
I hope it's not. I want to get back into the thick of this shit.
Because it's a lot of battles. It's literally probably just Thomas trying to protect his castle from the council taking it.
Yeah, that's fair.
That's probably all it's going to be. I don't.
My castle.
Right. I don't entirely know because the guide is spoiler free, so.
Which is good.
Yes.
Kind of impressive in this day and age too, because people are it is an older game, and I do the same thing where I'm just like, it's been out forever. Fuck off.
Right.
I haven't even played it now.
I think it helps too that like this game is very sectioned.
Yeah.
Versus like the open world of like go to this tree. Trying to fucking find guides for Assassin's Creed 3, the one with Connor, was fucking horrible because it's like climb to this tree over here and then do this and then jump from that tree to this tree, trying to like get like the feathers and that kind of stuff.
You're like everything's
it's
trees.
Fucking impossible. Yeah. Like I tried watching and then I tried watching a video and I was like, I have no fucking clue where you guys are. Yeah,
when it comes like kind of very generic like landscape and stuff, I have to typically watch videos.
Yeah. When I was
and then I'm like, all right, fucking, landmarks.
Yeah. When I was doing the bottles for Sly 2.
Oh yeah. Yeah, that was you're probably like a red.
I tried reading it, but I actually I watched a video for most of them.
I need like a map system and them to point at it on the map. And I'm like, oh, there it is.
Yeah, and then I found out, I can just turn off the music, keep the sound up, and run around the fucking maps because they're not too big because the bottles make a tinking noise.
Yeah.
So as soon as I just heard them, I could usually find it myself.
That's fair.
Because like the guides are all like, because when I was missing just one bottle, I was like, I swear to God, I'm visiting like all these points, but like the guides were like so confusing, like, go to this building and get this bottle, then go back 2 buildings, and then that's just how you get the other bottle, just because that's how it was written.
Yeah.
And I was like, fuck it, video.
Yeah,
I'll get.
And I'm like, thank you, IGN. Because for me, they're always the ones that have the fucking video guide.
It wasn't even IGN. It was someone who really, really loves Sly, and that's where they were doing the FAQ about like which ancestor's your favorite, and I was just like, shit, I can't actually listen to this because
fuck,
I don't want spoilers.
Yeah,
because that's what another game down the road.
Not gonna lie though, I wouldn't be offended. Spoilers at that game.
Sly doesn't really have a lot of a plot.
Yeah, I'm not really I like the game, but I'm also not like chomping at the chain to know more about it.
It's not the best storytelling game.
It's very cartoony American, which is fine. It's just, no Looney Tunes.
Oh, they're dead. This is the longest queen has ever been alive.
She hasn't been targeted yet, too.
Wait.
It's impressive.
That's weird. His hit points went blue.
Whose?
Jack's. I was like, there's no way they're maxing him out at this level, but maybe it's just because his hit points went up on his level, but I've never noticed that before. It was weird.
I didn't see it at all, so I have no input.
Fine.
You call me a liar? Yes.
Yeah, it's fair.
100%.
It's fair.
I don't believe there's any.
Paul was vaguely razzing me today, like, because he always does. But it was something along the lines of, I'm a liar and I don't do shit and I make him look bad. And I was like, whatever. It doesn't bother me. Like, it's a, fucking joke in like the first place, and I know him. Like, I'm not gonna be offended by it. But I just looked at him and I was like, "Shut up, Paul." And he was like, "Okay."
Should have been lie about this bitch and punch him in the face.
He called me a disaster one day, and I was like, "I'm gay. I'm always a disaster."
That's
and
like
he was
the
like,
second. When people say gay, the disaster automatically comes behind it, whether they say it or not.
right? I think the fact too that I'm just like so casual about it that it just throws him off.
It's like, I'm used to people being homophobic and not saying things. Welcome to the 21st century, bitch.
Oh, and after Ayla, not Queen. That's a fucking miracle.
Well, it
As I
didn't like her
punch my mic.
fucking,
Her pink.
her snow resort outfit. I'm like, she has to be baking, dude. Like, she was in, like, free-flowing air, and then they were like, here's some, like, fucking sleeves.
Heavy-ass
and,
clothes.
yeah.
Like, Queen is
And
like
where'd they
this-
get bright pink?
Queen is like the second most modern person that I think
Yeah.
we've seen. And she has turquoise.
To be fair, I think Uber's pretty modern, but he's, like, the skeezy modern.
Yeah, he's like the classic Victorian. I'm gonna fucking colonize your shit.
Yeah.
That's
I can't wait to steal your
Uber.
land.
I had a interesting conversation with one of the older guys today about capitalism and that kind of stuff. He called me a socialist at one point. I was like, yeah, because I was talking about like how like companies should have like a livable wage for their employees, and you know, because otherwise they shouldn't be in fucking business.
Hey,
And he's like,
hey, everybody. How did we survive as a species before, like, the modern day? Because it was basically socialism.
yeah, and he goes,
We lived to work, not worked to live.
Right.
We did what we needed and then fucking helped each other.
I mentioned like the basic income too.
Yeah.
And he's like, where are we gonna get the money for that? And I was like, we tax the rich. And he's like,
Yeah,
well,
maybe
the
we-
rich don't get taxed. I'm like, and that's the problem.
Yeah, you know you're arguing into socialism basically by saying, but they don't get taxed. That's why we want them to be taxed.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And then
They should be.
He was like, on the subject of like minimum wage and that kind of stuff. He was like, well, how much do you want to pay for a McDonald's burger? And I was like, why is that on me? Why can't the CEO not
take
get
a
paid
peek?
as much?
Also, that's not how shit works, dude. They're still a fucking multi-billion international company.
Right?
Like, literally, that's not gonna hurt them if we raise the fucking minimum
Exactly.
wage. Also, Amazon can get the fuck out because they're the
Yep.
ones that are ruining Seattle right now.
Yep. And so like, I was like, well, you can cut the CEO's pay. And he's like, well, they have to get paid that much. I was like, why?
No, they don't.
Yeah.
No one that's an unfathomable amount. No
Yeah.
one in their life needs that much money. We can still skim the top of their like 1% of Jeff Bezos' fucking shit. And hey,
They're
suddenly
never
the
gonna-
world is like way
And
more
they're
functioning.
never gonna
And
notice it
It's
being
not gonna feel
gone.
it. Yeah.
And like that was like the thing that I was like talking about him too. And he seemed like really with me.
Yeah.
Like he very much agreed with me.
Yeah.
Up until the point that I said tax the rich.
Yeah.
And then he was like, but they're the CEO. They have to make that much money. They're the CEO.
No, they
They
don't.
get paid that much because of the CEO. And I'm like, they don't need to make that much money. There's literally a cap of where you literally do not need more money.
Like you can buy everything.
Yeah.
And you'll still be super well off.
Exactly. And
Yeah.
like there's literally a cap, so any money more that you make than that can be completely taken away and flushed into the system.
And then everybody's donate it to the fucking poor.
Yeah, amazing. And then guess what?
Or,
There
like,
won't
Flint.
really be
Yeah.
a poor anymore because everyone can afford basic housing. And
Well, yeah, that's the
eating
thing.
and-
People should always have basic amenities at least. Like
Yeah.
housing, healthcare, fucking.
like you getting sick should not be a death sentence and a
getting a-
threat to being homeless.
Yeah, me getting like my mom breaking her leg. I'm like, that basically like put us under for a really long
Yeah.
time. So I'm just like, it's ridiculous.
No, it is absolutely ridiculous. And also medical and I'm not gonna get started on medical.
medical's,
Wow,
medical's bullshit, but I'm happy that I have at least Apple Healthcare.
No, I'm happy that you have it too. Wow, you think the Flame Champion lives in a place like this? It's so strange.
It's better. It's a better hiding place in some crowded city. That being said, we're unhappy with the state of the fucking current world.
Yeah.
And I'm hoping it'll change, but we're really bitter and depressed fucking millennials, basically.
We just gotta get our acts together and actually.
We're trying. That's the thing.
We are trying. We're getting there.
People, we're trying, but it's really hard when the world won't let us at the same time.
Yeah. Because it's like the harder that we push, the harder the older generation pushes. Even though it's like, you're not fucking living for this goddamn world anymore. You're old enough. Fuck off and let us have it. Yeah.
God, I hate that our medicine has gotten so good that everybody lives longer.
I know.
Just die.
But at least the younger generation, the
Gen
Z, at least they're old enough to vote and they're fucking pissed.
I hope that they're gonna vote correctly and not do the Harambe bullshit and then fucking. I hope that because there's some of them that are like, yeah, still like pro gun or pro right wing shit, and then fucking I'm just like, but I think most of them are a little bit more done with shit because environmentally wise, you guys got less time than we do, so we do something about it. They say the flame champion doesn't age, right? I wonder how old he really is. Fucking Jetta's sweating bullets right now.
Right. Why do you ask? Oh, I know. You'd go after him if he was young and strong, wouldn't you?
Ow! Oh, right in the dick, dude. You punched me in the fucking dick. Low life.
Ayla learned a thing or two from Queen. What did he mean by going after him?
Dates.
Jack's like, let's go. I'm not gonna. I get it, but I'm not gonna explain.
They're gonna be fucking besties, but fucking like super asexual besties.
Hell yes. I'd be
because he seems super uninterested in anything, and then right now she's young, but still, I feel like they're gonna be besties.
I would love for them to just be best friends.
It's nice seeing Jack get a little bit more of fucking screen time.
Yeah, and him opening up a little bit.
Yeah, he was super quiet in the beginning.
I mean, fair. He is around fucking an immortal dude, a guy who thinks only about his dick, and then two people that are just fucking.
He can't relate to fucking. He can't relate to Queen very well. And then fucking
the sperm again.
Was that not the way?
No.
Fuck. He's like, but I'm the way. Jesus. I wonder if Jack has just a little intuition too about Jetta. He's like, that bitch old.
He might. Jack is pretty fucking observant.
Look, if you're also quiet in a game, I assume that you're like observant and smart and have good intuition.
Well, I mean, we already know that he's observant because he noticed that the fake knights didn't have any footsteps or really make sounds walking. So we know that he's...
I feel like also he's a fucking archer, and that's just like an archer quality.
Which, tracks and that kind of stuff.
Because it's like the, like...
There we go.
Medieval sniper, basically. Right. Where you have to be fucking camouflaged and shit.
So I got a skunk rune, and apparently you cannot be targeted by a single attack unless you're the only person alive.
Really?
Yeah. I think it's like a AoE or something, or like a magic thing. Like I think like a physical attack they can still hit them, but might give it to Queen.
Yeah, so she fucking can live for once.
I mean, to be fair, if I get to choose my own parties, I'm fucking throwing her by the wayside.
Yeah, that's fair. I'm just really interested because they have all these like main characters. So I'm just like, how are they gonna converge this? Yeah.
Like I don't know.
Is each chapter or something gonna be still like a separate party, but fucking just like?
There's only 2 chapters.
That's fair.
Flame on.
Fucking, you got hit with the Dragon Balls, bitch.
Yeah, go after
she's
Queen.
there. And right in his crotch.
I can see through his butt.
I'm angry. Okay, thank God. He's going for those.
Yeah, I was like, all right.
Bye,
no, it's an AoE. Yeah, bye, Queen. Yep.
Yeah.
Ayla.
Still somehow, yeah. This game really has it against the women.
I think pretty much all the...
Oh. I mean, that's just life.
Oh, shit.
What?
He's got the lightning rune, but then he's got the true lightning rune.
Oh, now they finally gave that to him.
In the first 2 games, this was the same thing.
What do you mean?
Oh, wait, no. We always had a unique rune in the first 2 games, didn't we?
Yeah.
That's 900, right?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm not sure.
They're like, you've been holding back. Do that one. Just because it's overkill.
Fuck. I'll do this one.
It's divided among folks.
I know.
900.
So that's still about 200 each. That's
Yeah.
not bad. Also, I just want to see it.
It reminds me, we heard this joke the other day that was really funny. It was on a TikTok, and it was like fucking, so I go into work, and my coworker asks me if I work out. And I'm like, yeah. And he's like, yeah, you do fitness? You fitting this dick in your mouth? And he's like, why would you ask me something like that? And then Noisy makes just, and I'm just fucking, like, I just can't stop thinking of it. And my brain just, like, was ishing, or it was like, ishing this dick in your mouth. And it made no sense, but my brain's still.
So, the true rune, the true lightning rune, had a different symbol than just the lightning rune. Luke has the true wind rune. So is it... So, Sync... Because I'm pretty sure they casted wind, but it was a different symbol, which threw me off. Could be the true wind rune symbol.
I have no idea. I honestly also wasn't paying attention to.
I don't remember.
I haven't been paying attention to Jetto at all either.
Fair.
So I didn't like fucking see
the
his
battles
fucking
are very easy to tune out.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yes, they are. And it's a good place to stop.
It is.
I'm gonna tune them out so hard that I'm gonna end the episode.
Queen's 2 levels behind.
She's like, I'll be awake someday.
I am so ditching you the moment we can.
I like her a lot as a character,
I
but
like
fucking
her,
like she
but-
just I don't even blame her. The shit just goes after her.
Yep.
Anyway, good place to stop. So catch you guys in the next one. So until then, bye.